Hello dear friends, welcome to the class. In this class we will be learning about how to make the floor plan, step by step easy procedure, and we will be covering topics of how to make the paper space, how to make the wall, how to make the doors, how to make the windows, how to make the dimension style, how to set the text style, then putting the dimensions, putting the text, and finally putting the furniture blocks in your floor plan. So let us make the step number 1, that is the making of paper space. For this, what we are going to do is that we are going to calculate and make an addition of all the horizontal dimensions. So 3600 plus 1150 plus 1550 plus 2400 plus 4500, and it comes 13200. And since we are going to make this on paper space of A3 and the A3 size is 420 by 297, so we will divide this by 420 and the calculation is coming 31. So we will take a round figure of 50. So we will go to the AutoCAD where we are going to write MV setup, and here we are going to write N enter, here M enter. In a scale factor we are going to put 50 enter, 420 paper space by 297. This is the paper ready in which we will be making our floor plan. So second step is about making the walls. So let us make the walls. We have already made the layer for the wall, and we will be starting with a corner and making a wall starting with a L shape. Now since we are making a metric, the offset of this wall will be giving 200, and we will be trimming this corner. So this corner is ready. Now from this corner we will be taking a first offset of 3600, 3600. So O enter, 3600 offset, then offset of 200. Then we will make this washroom, that is offset of 1150, offset of 150. Then again making this bath, that is offset of 1550, then offset of 200. Then making an offset for this bedroom, that is 2400, then offset of 150, and then making a living room of offset of 4500, and then offset of 200. Now let us go and extend this line so that we can trim these two lines and trim all the unwanted lines. So here we have made all the horizontal wall, and now we will make the vertical walls. So we will give an offset of 3600, then offset of 150, then again offset of 150 and trimming this line and making these corners. Now let us give offset of this point, that is this line is going to come and join till this point, and all these unwanted line I will trim it. Also I will trim this internal lines which is unwanted. This one. In AutoCAD, it is very important that you trim all the lines and make the plain wall like this. Now this is ready, and now we'll make this corridor, but before that let me make these line extend, and then let us go and make this corridor, and that is offset of this 1900. So I'll give an offset of 1900 from the bottom horizontal line, so that we can have a corridor. As I said, that always make a practice of trimming all the unwanted line, because that is going to create less confusion when you go ahead of making the floor plan. So here's your corridor is ready, and now we are going to trim again unwanted lines between the walls. So TR, double enter, and this will go. Again I'll just trim all these unwanted lines. So these lines will be removed, number 1, and like this everything will be clear. Also this will be very helpful. So all the walls is ready, and we'll go to the next step, and we'll be making a door, and we'll be considering door of 90 centimeter in each room. Now for making the door, I am giving an offset of from the internal wall of 50, and then a 900, trimming the line, and then making a circle from this point to this point. Then between these two lines I don't want this circle, and from this point I don't want these two lines. So this is how the door is ready. Now to make the door on another side of the room, that is to make the door of bedroom 2, so that is a mirror. So what we are going to do is that first we are going to make one mid line of the wall, that is at an offset of 75. So this will be considered as a mirror line, and now we'll make a mirror of this door from this point to this point and trim this line. So our door is also ready. Now let us make another line, and we are going to make this door mirror on this side. So again trimming this line. So all these 3 doors are ready. Let us make the door of other rooms, that is bedroom 3, living room, and a bathroom. So for that, what I am going to do is that I am going to make first bathroom. So I will assume, and I'll give an, just let me check this distance. So I can give an offset of 1500, and then again making a wall of around 150 or 120. I'll just trim unwanted lines, and I'll make the door here. So again I'll give an offset of 50, 10, and this door I'm going to make it of 800 offset, and then making a line from this point to this point. Unwanted lines I'll just trim it out exactly. So we have made the bathroom door also. Now let us make the bath door. So for making a bath door, what I am going to do is that I am just going to make again offset of 100 from this point. I'll extend this line, I'll give offset of 900, and I'm going to trim these 2 lines, and then I'm going to make a line from this point to this point. So these things are not required, and from these 2 points I'll trim this point. You can see how easy it is to make the door. Let us make the door of living room. So I'll just assume that, let me check it, let me check with 1500. I'll just extend this line and give an offset of 1 meter and trim these two lines, and make a circle from this point to this point and trim these two lines, and from these 2 points trim this circle, part of the circle. So this is how one more door is left for the bedroom 3. So we'll make that door also. In some cases where the dimension is not given, you can assume it and you can check it, and if there is some adjustment, that can be done, that is not an issue. Like for in this case, this distance is not given to us, so I'll just assume it at a distance of 500 from this point. That looks fine, and then extend and giving an offset of 900, trimming these two lines, and then making a circle from this point to this point. Let us trim unwanted lines and part of the circle to make this door. So this is how you have completed all the doors. This one door is left. I mean, this is not a wall if you see it. So for this, I'm just going to remove this one line because there is no wall. So all making of the door is finished, and we will go to the next step, that is to make the windows. Now for making the windows, let us assume that window is maybe of 1 meter or maybe 1.5 meter, and in some cases we are going to assume some dimensions which are not given. So like in this case, I am taking an offset of 100 and then making an offset of 1500, making a line from this center point to this center point. So this is actually a glass, and now we are going to make a frame, and I am going to give an offset of 25 on both the sides. So this is my frame, and in the center there is a glass. So this is a glass, this is the window that is ready. We will make a window on another side also. So for that, again we will apply the same rule. I will make a mirror from this point to this point. So always remember, whenever you put in a horizontal line, your mirror will come on above. Let us make a bathroom window which will be a little smaller. I will give an offset of 300 both side, and making a glass and then frame of 25 on both the side. Also just forget that we have a frame on this side also, so I am making a frame on both the sides, and then you have those glasses in the center of the frame. So this is how the window for the bathroom is ready. We can just check the dimension is coming approximately, I mean 600, that is fine because it is a bathroom window and it has to be a little small. Let us see the drawing, and we are going to make other windows which is located in the bedroom 3 and the living room. In some cases you can even copy the window, in some cases even you can block the window, make the blocks for the window. You can see that I have taken an offset of, I copied the window which was 600 and then I stretched the window on both the sides 200 to make it a 1000. So we have applied a stretch command here. I will copy this from center to center and somewhere here, and now there is very interesting that you can mirror this window at a degree of 45 degree line, so that the window will come on another wall. Let us check. We have two windows here, so I'll just place it accordingly. One is fine here, and then copy this mirror down. Now these two mirrors can be taken mirror on other side, so these two mirrors will come, and similarly these top two mirrors, or I can take a mirror of this at a degree of 45 degree corner to corner. So this is how we have done windows, which is in the drawing room. I'll just copy in this windows in another room. This window can be taken as a mirror. You can see how I am taking a mirror. Whenever you make a horizontal, it is going to come on top or a bottom. And this is how we have completed all the windows. One is left here. That looks fine. If you want it at a distance of 500, so I just gave an offset from an internal wall and I placed it a window from this end point to this end point. So this is used for the placement, and you can just check it has come exactly at a distance of 500. So this is how we have completed all the windows, and you can take first, before that you can take the mirror. So this is how windows are ready. Now let us make the layers and for the doors and window. So for the door I am giving one color. Let us make a yellow, a bright color, and again for the window I am making some other color. Let us take this magenta. This looks good, and I'll just go to the door. I'll make one line, and then I'll go with the match property MA, enter, and I'm going to match this property on all my doors so that the door becomes of the same property which I selected in the layers. So all this I'm doing with the help of match property, taking a color from the source object and putting into the destination. So you can see that layer of the door is ready, and let us in the same way put the layer of the window. So with the match property I am just selecting MA, enter, and matching the source object and putting to the destination. This is how all the windows are ready, and later on, even if you want, you can make the blocks for this window. So the doors and the window is ready. The important of layer is that if I switch off this window, you can see that I can remove all the windows from my floor plan as well as a door. So let us bring it back. So the layer helps us to switch on and switch off the object. So this is how we have completed the doors on all the sides, and I will just give one more layer for the dimensions, and I'll give some color which is going to be very visible. Let us say a bright color. Red looks good. And now let us set the dimension style for the our drawing. So before we start the dimension and text style, the most important thing is that if you remember, the scale of our drawing is 50, so we need to put all the parameter closer to the 50. So here I am going to put extent around 100. Whatever is scale, you need to put double. Offset from the origin, I will keep it 100. Arrow size, I will keep it 100. Text style also I will keep it 100. This one, text offset from the dim line, I will keep it exactly as a scale 50, and rest, this I will keep it a precision as 0 because I don't have anything which is related to the decimal point, and in suffix I am going to put meter because my dimensions are going to come in the meter. Now let us give the dimension, and we will check that how our dimensions are coming. Also we will give the text style also. In text style I will select one style and put it as a default, and I'll just give the dimensions and we'll start putting the dimension, that is step number 6. Now when I give the dimension, you can see, yeah, it looks good but bit small I believe, and also it's coming meter, it should be millimeter. So I'll go to the modify, I'll put it as mm, and second thing what I'm going to do is that you can see that how the millimeter has come. Also I'll go to modify and text height, I'll just increase it, I'll put it 150. That looks good. Yeah, this is look good. So again I'll start with dimension linear, selection 1, selection 2, selection 3. Dimension continue. The continue allows us to make a line in a continue dimensions. We don't have to do too many selections, we just need to make a next selection and the dimension comes automatically. Let us give a vertical dimensions and continue to the next point and to the last point. Let us take these, let us complete this dimension also. Continue to the next junction point, and you can see that how accurately the dimensions are coming in one line because we have taken a continue dimension. And finally the dimension of this vertical wall on our right hand side from this point to this point. So this is coming 6150. So this is how we have done the dimensions, and now this dimension has come exactly in a layer which we had selected. So if I switch off the dimension layer, you can see the dimension layer is getting switched off, and all the layers can be controlled by a switching on and switching off. So this is how we have done it, and now let us go to the next topic, that is putting up the text. So for putting up the text, what I am going to do is that I am going to write a single text. Let us assume alphabet A, and that alphabet A I am going to copy in each room, and finally I will edit the text by the command ed enter. So let us give a layer, I am giving a green color. I'll go to the text layer, I'll go to the command text enter. I'm going to start the text from here going up and giving a height, or else I can also give a height, let's say of 200 or 250, whatever it is. Here I'll give 200. Angle 0 and text I'll write A as we decided, and this text A I'm going to copy everywhere in each room. This is a very good trick because it saves your time, because you don't have to go always in text command where you give all the parameters. You just copy the text, and now you are going to write ed enter, that stands for edit, and then you give whatever names you want. So this is a kitchen, ed enter. Let me see, this is a bath, so ed enter, and you are going to put a bath, bath. Again for this room you are going to write bedroom 2, this is going to be bedroom 1, this is going to be toilet, this is going to be bath, this is bedroom 3. So let me put this bath here, and this is a bedroom 3, and finally you have a living room. We can adjust the text with the help of move command, and you can see that the text have come very nicely. and if you want to edit its height or anything, you can edit with the help of modify tool. This is a corridor, and I think we have finished with writing up the text. Let me check it. Yes, everything is finished, and we just have to copy this text down, and we'll give the main text, that is a floor plan, and then I'll just scale it maybe 3 times. Yeah, it looks good. So the floor plan is ready, and we have finished putting up the text in our drawing. So now let us insert some of the furniture blocks, and that we are going to do it by opening the furniture blocks in one file which I have already opened it. You can see that I have lot of furniture blocks, and this furniture block I can copy it with edit copy, and then going to my file where I am going to say edit paste. So I can paste this file. So I'll say paste. You can see I got the file from one point to another file, but be sure that you need to have the same scale. Now since my drawing was in millimeters, so scales are, I mean the blocks are also in millimeters, so I am facing no problems. In some cases you need to adjust the scale. So this is how I can adjust the text. You can see that how I have mirrored this bedroom from this point to this point. Again I'm going to copy the, we'll take some single beds, lot of blocks are there. The blocks really helps you, otherwise it will take too much of time. Also online these blocks are available, they are free blocks. You can go and search for free furniture blocks. This bedroom is coming a little bit big because this bedroom was 2400, so I can put up here and I'll just give a scale. In case if I want, I can just do some editing. I will just remove one side table and just check how it looks over there. Let me see. Well, it looks okay, it doesn't look good. I think we can do one thing, we can just reduce the size of the bed, keeping both the side tables, or else we can even just check the orientation of the bed. Well, that looks good, it's coming very nice. And the door which was according to the paper is actually not right, so I'll try to put this door in the corner of the room. Very easy. You can go to the command stretch and you can just move from one point to another point. So first let me scale this bed little bit. I'll just put 0.9. That looks good. There is no intersection of that door on the bed. And now this I will stretch it from this point to this point. Stretch is supposed to be the most important command in the drawing, and it helps you to modify the drawing nicely. So let me see if I can take some furniture blocks for the living room and dining. So I have some blocks for the dining, but they are a little bit bigger size. So what I can do is that once I copy and paste any of my blocks, I can just edit it. Also this I will copy it. I'll go to my drawing and I'll say paste, edit, paste. So this is the one drawing, and actually I can also adjust. Maybe I can take the mirror and make it exactly on the other side. There are different orientation because AutoCAD really helps you to understand that how the furniture blocks you can put and utilize the best space. So I'll just rotate it. making a mirror and making a, you can see a rectangle type of furniture blocks. I'll just place this rectangle because this is going to help me to understand that, yeah, it looks good. That means it is going to come. I'll just move it little bit inside, since we don't have a center table between the two single sofas, and then I'm going to move this from one place to another place. That looks good. All the furniture block came, and then I'll remove this because I want to put it in the center. Also, in some cases orientation will be on other side, because in case if you have the TV on the wall, but for a time being I'll just put this block in this way. Also, let us take the dining table. I have this a dining table of 6-seater, so I'll just copy this one and take to my drawing, edit, paste. Yes, in some cases you need to scale your blocks if you find it a little bit bigger, and no need to scale it in a very high factor. You can give 0.9, or in case if it is small you will give 1.1. So always remember in scale that when you are reducing something, your scale factor is going to come in point. Like for example, let me finish this one. I'll just try to touch this from this point to the wall, again picking up this and taking to the wall. So this bit of adjustment you can always do, no need of these side tables, because I just want some space to walk from this. And now I'm going to take this dining table in my required place. Well, dining table seems to be a little bit bigger, so either you can take furnitures a little bit on other side. So I'll just move these furniture a little bit ahead. Yeah, that looks good. And then you have a space also, a little bit space, and now it looks good. 6-seater looks good over here. It's good. And let us similarly we'll just do kitchen. If you don't have the block for the kitchen, you have a sink, you have a toilets, a lot of blocks are there. Probably I'll just try to give you the link of this blocks so that you can also use this blocks. I'm going to take this sink from this file to the another file, and I'll put it somewhere here in bath and toilet. So I'll say, you can see that if they are coming a little bit bigger, you can just scale it, because you have a wash basins and toilets of different sizes, so you can scale it according to the required space. So I will scale each one of them around 0.8 or 0.7. you can see how big it is coming. So I'll just, it's coming 1 meter, which is quite big, so it should be 650 or something. Yes, that looks good. I'll just change the orientation and then place it behind. Okay, that looks good. Similarly with a wash basin, I'll just scale it. I'll just check it. It's 129, it's quite big. It should be around 800 to 900 maximum. It looks good. Yeah, this looks good. 840, and I'll place it selection, and I need to rotate it and place it to this wall. So RO, enter, and at 90 degree and placing towards the wall. Yeah, that looks good. So we have placed the wash basin and sinks. So that looks good, and I'll just remove, and yeah. So let us start the last part of your drawing, that is the kitchen. Now for kitchen, I don't think so I have some stuff of blocks, but even if you don't have it, you can make some L shape of counter that will look good, which will have a sink. I don't have related to the sink, but that's fine, that's not an issue. I'll go to my drawing. I probably, yes, I don't have it. So I'll just go to my drawing and I'll just try to make it over here. Let's make it with a line. I'll enter 1, 2, this is the polyline, and let me give an offset of 600. Oh yeah, it looks good, but not good for the space. I don't have to make this C, let us make a L, yeah, and giving an offset of 500. Yeah, this looks good, and then I'm going to trim these to end. That looks good. So this is also ready. So this is how we have finished the floor plan. I hope you have liked the practical. If you have any comments, please do tell me, and thank you for watching the practical.